you alright? Welcome to another video. If you haven't been here before, I'm Cecilia Jo and this is my channel where I talk all things books. So today I thought I would go through the books that I'm hoping to get read by the end of the year. So we've got, I think, 6 or 7 weeks left. Maybe by the time this goes out it might only be like 5 weeks, but yeah, we're in November, so I'm hoping that I can get some, you know, a decent amount of books read this over the next couple of months. So yeah, I think I've got about 20 books to go through and hopefully I can get them all read. I think at the moment I am definitely buying more books than what I'm reading, 100%. They're coming in a lot faster than how they're going out, but that's going to stop now. I'm not going on a book buying ban necessarily. Like, if I see books that I like, I'll get them, but I'm not gonna, you know, go out. Like, if there's a series that I'm reading and the next one's come out, I'll go and get it type thing. But I'm gonna really try my best not to buy too many. So yeah, I've got quite a big TBR, but this is just the ones that I'm hoping to get read by the end of the year. So yeah, let's just get on with it. Okay, so the first book we've got is the second one in a duology, and it is Cursed by Marissa Meyer. So the first one was Gilded and it's about Rumpelstiltskin, and I won't lie, I wasn't a massive fan of the first one. I can't remember what I rated it, but I wasn't a huge fan. I feel like I just want to read, if this was like a 3, 4, 5 part series, I probably wouldn't carry it on, but because it's only 2 books, I feel like I should read it and see where the story goes, you know. So yeah, I feel like I want to get it read. I also feel like I've said I feel like so many times already, but anyway, I want to get it read before the end of the year so I can sort of tick off that duology. So yeah, that's the first one. Next up, we've got one that I've seen everywhere and I am looking forward to reading it. I've just not got around to it yet, and it is Powerless by Lauren Roberts. I think probably this will be on my December TBR. I think I will read it then because it's quite a thick book and it's like a fantasy, and at the moment I feel like I'm in more of a like smaller reading books, you know. I don't necessarily want to get into like a new world, so I think I'll probably save this one for December. But yeah, I am looking forward to reading it. I've seen really good reviews about it and people really rate it, so I'm looking forward to it. So yeah, Powerless by Lauren Roberts. And then we've got another duology which I want to start and finish. I'm hoping to anyway, before the end of the year, and it is Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom by Leigh Bardugo. So we've got Six of Crows, which is the first one, and then Crooked Kingdom, which is the second, and it's only the 2 of them, so I feel like I can get that done. I think when it comes to a series, I like the first book might take me a bit to get through, but then the next ones, because I'm already in that world, I can like read them a bit quicker, if that makes sense. So I am looking forward to reading these. I've been meaning to read them for ages and I've just never gone to pick them up, and I don't know why. So yeah, I definitely want to get them ticked off before the new year. I've also got the other series by the same author, which is the Shadow and Bone trilogy, but I think I will save that one for next year to read, and we'll just say these 2 for now. So yeah, we've got Six of Crows and Crooked Kingdom. And then the 5th one, this one I'm really nervous to read and I don't know why. I think I'm just a little bit intimidated by it. There's a few books on here that I'm intimidated by that I'd like to get read before the new year, and it is Babel by R.F. Kuang. I've not read any of the author's books yet, but yeah, I've seen this one everywhere. It was Book of the Year Fiction winner, British Book Awards on the front, it says there. So I am looking forward to reading it. I just think sometimes these books are, I find them difficult to read. It's not necessarily that they're complicated. I think I find them hard to get into, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm saying all that and I don't even know what the story's about. I think I'm just assuming it's going to be difficult to read. I don't know why. So yeah, anyway, I am looking forward to reading it, but I definitely want to get it ticked off. So that is the 5th one, I think. And then next up we've got a book that I see absolutely everywhere, and I do have the second one, but I don't think this is a series. I don't think. Maybe it is. I've actually got no idea. But it's Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. So the other one is Daisy Hates, I think, and I don't think they're related. But like I say, I've honestly not got a clue. I've heard people compare it to Gossip Girl, which I haven't seen, so I actually don't know what this is about. I'm assuming it's a romance, but I don't really know. I'm going in a bit blind, which I kind of like. So yeah, Magnolia Parks. I've not put the second one on in case I don't really like this one, so I'm just putting this one on for now. So yeah, that is definitely one that I want to get ticked off. Okay, the next one is the third one in a trilogy, and I have already read the first two. And the first one I really enjoyed, and the second one I felt like it was good. I enjoyed it, just not as much as the first one. But yeah, it is As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. It's still got a sticker on, please ignore that. Yeah, so it's the third one in the Good Girl's Guide to Murder trilogy. I am looking forward to it. I can't actually remember how the second one ended. I feel like it ended on a bit of a cliffhanger, but I actually can't remember, so I might have to read the last couple of chapters of that one just in case. So yeah, it's quite a thick book also, this one. I feel it's quite like there's a lot going on, you know. 565 pages, so a lot happening in this. But I'm looking forward to reading it and sort of rounding off the trilogy and seeing where the characters go. And I think it's being turned into a film or a series, I'm not sure, but I'm assuming that's just going to be the first book, not all three. But yeah, anyway, As Good as Dead by Holly Jackson. The next two are again ones that I find really intimidating, but I don't know why. I just feel really nervous to read them. So we've got Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin, which I've honestly seen everywhere. I think it won some awards maybe, I can't remember, but I have seen it everywhere, and I've been wanting to read it for a bit, but I'm just scared, and I don't know why. I'm just scared to read it. So anyway, yeah, Tomorrow and Tomorrow and Tomorrow by Gabrielle Zevin. And then we've got Nine House by Leigh Bardugo. I didn't actually realise it was the same author as the Six of Crows duology. But yeah, I've heard this one is quite heavy, like there's a lot of trigger warnings that comes with it, and there's like a lot of stuff happening, and it's, you know, not necessarily complicated, but it's quite like you have to concentrate whilst you're reading it. That's what I've heard people say. So it's also dark academia, which I've never read before, so I am really looking forward to it. I also absolutely love the cover. I'm looking forward to reading it. I'm just a bit scared in case I don't understand what's going on, and it's a bit complicated for me, but we'll see. I'll give it a go. Anyway, so that's those two. And then next up we've got one that is a big TikTok book, and I have actually started it. I started it months and months ago. Probably have to start it again, it's been that long, I can't really remember what happened. But it's The Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo by Taylor Jenkins Reid. I feel like when I started it I couldn't really get into it, but I think I was listening to it on audiobook, so I'm going to try and actually read it, and I definitely want to get it ticked off before the end of the year because I've already started it. And it's just one of those like books that is, you know, most people on like TikTok or Bookstagram or BookTube or whatever have already read it, so I feel like I want to read it so I can understand, you know, when people talk about it, I understand what they're talking about. But yeah, Seven Husbands of Evelyn Hugo, hopefully reading it rather than listening to it I will enjoy it a bit more, but it's definitely one I want to get ticked off. When I say ticked off, it doesn't mean that I just want to like get rid of them. I'm looking forward to reading all of them. I want to read all of them. I just mean I want to read it, like I don't want it to stay on my TBR forever, you know. The next one is a bit of a random one, but it's been on my TBR for so long, and I just want to read it. I want to know what it's about. I don't even know what it's about, but it's called The Lost Bookshop by Evie Woods, and I purely bought it because it says bookshop in the title, and I liked the front cover. I think it's really pretty, but I don't actually know what it's about. I'm assuming it's a literary fiction, which I don't often read because I feel like they just go a bit over my head when I'm reading them. But yeah, I do want to get into it, and I want to, you know, like I say, find out what it's about. Hopefully I'll enjoy it, but it has been on my TBR for a long time, so I definitely want to get it read. So yeah, The Lost Bookshop, Evie Woods. Then the next two are part of a trilogy which I started probably 2 years ago now. I read the first one, yeah, probably at least 18 months ago, I would say. I don't really know, but it was a while ago. But it's Terms and Conditions and Final Offer by Lauren Asher, and it is the Dreamland Billionaires trilogy. So I've got the next two to read. Terms and Conditions is the second one, and then Final Offer is the third. I think because I was just reading so many like romances, and I was just a bit tired of reading them, that I never got back round to these, and they've just been kind of sat on my bookshelves. So yeah, well, I say bookshelves, I don't actually have any actual bookshelves. I have 2 trolleys and then like a cabinet. Anyway, that's an issue for a different day. Yeah, so I want to get these 2 read and ticked off and find out what the other brothers sort of get up to. I think they're both like workplace ones, because the 3 brothers take over their granddad's business when he passes, and then they've all been given like a task to do. I think that was what happened in the first one. So we've got Declan and Iris in the second one, and Callahan and Alana in the third. So yeah, I'm looking forward to reading them and finding out, like I say, what the other brothers get up to. Okay, next up we have got Love Theoretically by Ali Hazelwood. I'm looking forward to reading this. I didn't massively like Love Hypothesis, or was it Love on the Brain, the second one? Yeah, Love on the Brain. I haven't read Love to Love You, but I've read the other 2. I didn't massively enjoy them, but I've heard people say if you didn't enjoy them, you still might enjoy this one. So I picked it up anyway. Love Theoretically, I don't know what it's about. Well, I know it's a romance, but I don't know sort of if they work together or if they're friends or second chance. I've no idea. I'm not sure. But yeah, hopefully I'll enjoy it more than I did the others, but we'll see. Love Theoretically. And then next up we have actually got I think it's a comic, a graphic novel I think it comes under, which I haven't actually read before, but it's Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. And I only got the first one. I actually got it off Vinted, and I think I only really picked it up, if I'm honest, because they had it and I was buying other books, so I thought, oh, I'll try that one too. I don't think I'd necessarily buy it in the shop, just because I'm not sure. Like, I've never read a graphic novel before, so I'm not sure it's something I would enjoy, but we'll see. Anyway, I am going to read the first one, and then you never know, maybe I'll enjoy it and I'll get all the rest, who knows. But I am looking forward to it anyway. But yeah, Heartstopper by Alice Oseman. And then we've got one that I am really looking forward to reading. I'm really looking forward to reading it. I'll probably read it this week, because I read Legends and Lattes and absolutely loved it. It's one of my favourite books I've read this year. So I picked up the second one, which came out recently, Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldry. I am really looking forward to reading this. I just thought Legends and Lattes I absolutely loved. It was a cozy fantasy, which I've never read before, and it was like, I know cozy fantasies are, but there wasn't much going on, but it was so good. I just really enjoyed it. It was just a really like lovely book to read. So it was about an orc that decides to open a coffee shop in a place where nobody's heard of coffee. So people are like discovering what coffee is and chocolate, and it's just really, it was a really lovely book to read. I've never read anything like that before, so I really enjoyed it. So I am looking forward to this one. This one does say high fantasy. What's up? What? You gonna come and stay with me whilst I film? Come on. Come on then. Come and sit with me. No, you don't want to? Come on. There you go. You get comfy whilst I film, and then we'll cuddle. Yeah? You gonna get comfy? Okay. You go sit down there then. So yeah, it is a high fantasy, which I don't know if it's going to be as like lovely to read as a cozy fantasy. I don't know if that means there's going to be a lot more going on. I don't know, but it says first high fantasy, first loves secondhand books. So I'm really looking forward to reading this. Like I say, I'll probably read it this week because I'm really looking forward to it. So yeah, Bookshops and Bone Dust. And then next up we've actually got a new trilogy, which I've not even read the first one for yet, but I do own all 3, which I know is really silly. I don't know why I do it, but I've done it now anyway. So we've got Once Upon a Broken Heart trilogy by Stephanie Garber. So there's Once Upon a Broken Heart, which is the first one, and then The Ballad of Never After, which is the second, and then A Curse for True Love, which is the third. The only annoying thing is that the first 2 are paperback and the third is a hardback. Look at the state. I hate that. But I tried to Google when the like paperback was going to come out, and I thought I'll just wait for it. But I couldn't find any information on it, so I thought it must be a while. So I just picked up the third one because I want to get the trilogy read. I knew I wanted to get it read before the end of the year, so I thought I'll just have to bite the bullet, get the hardback, and then maybe when the paperback one comes out I'll get that if I really enjoy the series. But yeah, so it's those 3 books. I think they are actually the last ones on my TBR. Oh no, there's one more. So yeah, getting all my words mixed up. Once Upon a Broken Heart, Ballad of Never After, and Curse for True Love by Stephanie Garber. I really enjoyed Caraval, so I am looking forward to starting this one. Hopefully I enjoy it because I've like not necessarily bigged it up in my head, but I'm really looking forward to starting it. So I don't know what they're about. I don't know if it's like fantasy, romance, if it's magical like Caraval was. I'm not a clue. If it's like fairy tale, I honestly don't know. So, but I am looking forward to reading it still. So yeah, that's those 3. And then last but not least, we've got a book that I have actually started, but I've only read like not even 20 pages, 17 pages of it. And it is Holly by Stephen King. So this is my first Stephen King book, and I think I just wasn't massively in the mood for it. I think I need something a bit lighter to read when I started it, because it's like I needed to concentrate a bit more. But yeah, because I've started it, I definitely want to finish. I sound like a game show host. I've started, so I'll finish. Yeah, I have already started it, so I do want to get it done by the end of this year and take off my first Stephen King novel, and I'm hoping to read some more next year by him. But yeah, that is Holly by Stephen King, and that is the last one on my TBR for the end of the year. Hopefully I get through them all. I think it's about 20 books that I went through them. So yeah, I am hoping to read them all. I feel like 20 is a good number for the next like 6-7 weeks left. So hopefully I will get through them all. A lot of them probably will be in videos because I am doing Bookmas. So I think, you know, I need to get some books in there to read and like film and make videos and stuff like that. So yeah, probably a lot of them you will see in videos coming up, especially through December. But yeah, that is the end of my TBR for the rest of the year. Hopefully I will get through them all. I am definitely planning to, but there's also going to be some Christmas books mixed in there which I've not got yet and things like that. But I don't think there's any books coming out that I'm really desperate to read for the rest of the year. I know that there is the second one to Divine Rivals, which I probably will get at some point, but I'm not like rushing to get the second one. So I can't even remember what happened at the end of the first one. Someone said it in a video the other day and they were like, that cliffhanger, like I can't wait for the second one. I thought, I can't even remember what happened, what cliffhanger. So I'll definitely have to go back and read a couple of chapters before I get the next one. But like I said, I'm not rushing to get it, so I'm not planning on buying any new books other than maybe Christmas related ones, because I don't have a lot of those for the rest of the year. So yeah, hopefully I can make a big dent in this TBR, but definitely priority are the books that I've gone through today. Anyway, stop me from rambling. That is the end of today's video. I hope you enjoyed, and if you did and you'd like to subscribe, I would really appreciate that. Like I say, I'm going to be doing Bookmas. I'm going to try my best to do a video every day through December. So yeah, if you did enjoy this and you'd like to subscribe, like I say, I would really appreciate it. But other than that, I will see you in a bit.